So apparently these are impossible to do in my room unless it is like beaming sunlight, which it's not today. It's actually really cold, it's snowing, and it's really pretty. So I saw something about quite a while ago, I guess. Well, I don't know, a week or so. And it kind of made me think, and I thought I would focus on that right now. Today. I've been meaning to do a video on it since I saw it, but life's been pretty crazy. Actually, some stuff went on today, but I'm not going to talk about that yet because it's probably either going to make me cry or it's going to change because it hasn't really been resolved yet, and it's really fresh, and it's just a mess. So I'll talk about this instead. So it would have been, yeah, like a week or so ago, I was in the girls' bathroom, and I was using the washroom, and I was in one of the stalls, and there was something written on the wall, which sort of caught my attention, because it was like, you know, one person writes something, and then a bunch of other people, like, write, like, back to them, and then like, it turns into, like, this huge thing. So it was, like, covering up half the wall, and a bunch of it was smudged out. So I was kind of curious. I was like, So it was smudged, but I managed to decipher. No, the original comment was, Emily, in brackets, in grade 9, is a slut. And then there were a bunch of people, like commenting on it, writing beside it. And most of them said something similar to, I know she is, and she's a, like, I know she is, she's a slutty bitch, da da da. But you really shouldn't rate things like this. What? I'm flabbergasted. I always wanted to use that word in an actual sentence. But honestly, I don't. Where do people get off writing things about people? And obviously everybody knew who it was. It wasn't like they wrote down Emily because it's a standard name. Obviously this is a girl in grade 9 who gets called a slut often. And that sort of brought me to the slut issue. Who are you to tell someone they're a slut? What is even considered a slut? How many guys do you have to sleep with before you're a slut? How many times do you have to push your boobs out? I'm sorry, but anybody who sleeps with enough guys to get the name of slut, it actually does, not just is called it by people who are jealous that they get male attention. They obviously have some pretty serious attention issues. Like, they need attention and insecurities, really, to be willing to... it bothers me. It's sort of like the virgin issue. Everybody is so obsessed with virginity. How is the first time you sleep with someone any different than the second or third or fourth or 20th time you sleep with somebody? Why do people make it seem like such a horrible thing? Why does it matter? No, because you're a virgin, you're not a unicorn, you're not special, you're just a virgin. And I don't know, I'm sort of in a position where I can sympathize a lot with the slut part. I started into school this year, and when I started, I immediately, within one of my first few classes, hit it off with someone, like a girl, like as friends. So she introduced me to her friend group. As soon as we went outside, I had a couple guys in our group approach me. I mean, obviously I'm not all that attractive, but I was new, and I wasn't hideous. So I guess it's to be expected. But the thing is, all the guys decided they were going to latch on to me. And from the beginning of the year until we dated, there was one guy. Literally the first day of school, I was like, he's attractive. And then I was chasing him for the first month of school. And then we dated for almost a month. And then I broke up with him because it wasn't working. Then all of a sudden, a bunch of rumors started circulating about me, about how I'm a slut and how there were so many things. How I was only using him for friends, which doesn't even make sense. Multiple things. And a lot of the girls I had been friends with before wouldn't talk to me anymore. Or they would, but they made it completely obvious that I wasn't part of them anymore. And so I started hanging out with guys because it was easier and they weren't bitches to me. So I got named a slut. I had no interest in any of them. I was caught between two guys at the time. But it was pretty obvious to both of them who was gonna... Basically, I might as well have been in a relationship with the one guy. And that lasted quite a while. And then he chose someone else. So, I let that go. And then, from that point on, I wasn't really interested in anyone. And then, I had a schoolgirl crush on one of the popular kids. But that doesn't really count for much. And then, there's the guy I'm dating now. So, I don't really understand how that makes me a slut. I don't know. It's just... I tend to whine a lot, don't I? Maybe in the next video, but the one after, I'll make it something happy. I'll talk about kittens and puppy dogs or something. Probably won't, but I'll try. Because... Anyways, I have issues to go deal with. Once it's all sorted out, I will report back. And vent some more. Anyway, subscribe because that's a nice thing to do. If you subscribe to me, I'll subscribe to you. It'd be really nice of you. I would appreciate it. I'll send you sexual favors over email. Like a coupon. So if you ever meet me in real life, you can